strike. Doug Decker's on the mound for National Trail. North Construction is their sponsor. Doug fires, and it's down low for a ball. Counts 1-1. Beautiful, bright, sunny day here at Arcanam's ball diamond. This one's a little bit outside and high. Temperature about 90 degrees. Decker fires, and this one's a shot, and it's off the first baseman's mitt. And we'll have to see if they can make the play up, and they don't. We'll have to call that an error on the first baseman. Up now, number 2 batter, Mark Garbig, junior center fielder. Number 13. We have a runner on now. No outs. Top of the first inning. National Trail versus Arcanam. Acme Regional Championship. They throw over to first. Runners back in time. Arcanam came out of the losers bracket, while National Trail is still undefeated. So as we mentioned earlier, Arcanam will have to beat National Trail twice to go on to Salina, and that's where the state Acme tournament is being played. Decker, right-handed hurler. Fires, and it's a little bit high and outside. Poor ball. They throw back to first, and Murray's back. This one swung on and fouled back. Count now is 1-1. They throw over, and Murray's back again, so apparently they're worried about Murray stealing. Murray gets a little lead, and they throw back, and Murray's back in time as he hits the dust. Meanwhile, Garbig awaits the pitch from Decker. Decker fires, and it's fouled back. Now 2 strikes on Garbig, and Murray was going on that one. Murray now goes back to first base. Decker now has 2 strikes on the batter Garbig. No outs, top of the first inning. National Trail is throwing the ball toward first base quite a lot, trying to keep the runner at bay. Garbig awaits. Pitch. It's hit to the second sacker. Second sacker throws and hits the runner, so we have runners now on first and second, and we'll have to call that an error. Put that down as E4 in the scorebook, error on the second baseman. And now we have Sean Hine, junior pitcher, number 23 up, who bats third. And as we saw in the Pro Bowl Shawnee game, Hine can definitely make contact because he has the power. Now, runners on first and second, no outs, and the first 2 batters for the Trojans got on by errors. Now Decker looks in. Decker fires, and it's outside for a ball. And it bounces by Decker. Neither of the runners advance. Still no outs. National Trail is coached by Rod Dunham, while Arcanam is coached by Wayne Wilt. They throw on to first, and that was a lot closer play than the previous ones, but he was back in time. This one looked perfect, and it was called a ball. So now 2 balls on the batter hind. Decker fires low. Now it's a 3-0 count. 3 balls, no strikes. 2 on, none out. This one's called a strike, and they throw on to first. Count now is 3-1. 31's a count. Runner going to third, and it's ball 4 anyway, so that doesn't matter. Now the bases are loaded, and no outs, and the cleanup batter is up, and that's none other than Tyler McGlinch, junior catcher, number 22. And now we have a conference at the mound, and we'll be back after the conference. Bases loaded. No outs. McGlinch the batter. Facing Decker. Decker in big trouble. This one's hit to the second baseman. Second baseman throws on, and it was a slow throw, and the runner's in. So now it's 1-0 in favor of the Arcanam Trojans. Fielder's choice, RBI for McGlinch. Now John Troutwine, junior first baseman, number 17, who bats 5th in the lineup. Has the bases loaded for him also. So Decker trying to do the best he can, but he's not having any fielding support. And this is only the top of the first inning. They throw on to third, and the runner's back in time. National Trail is in the red and gray. Decker fires, and it's outside for a ball. Infielders playing in for a play at home. No outs. They throw on now to second, and the runner's back. It seems like Decker's throwing everywhere except to the plate right now. He's thrown to third, he's thrown to second, and before that he threw to first a lot. But eventually he has to come to the plate. This one swung on and missed. Nice pitch there by Decker. Fastball down low. Troutwine awaits the pitch. And it's inside for a ball. Troutwine was the star of the game, the last one that we telecast, which was against Purple Shawnee. This one's down low for a ball. And now the count mounts up against Decker, the pitcher, for National Trail. This one's a nice pitch in there for a strike. And the count now is full, 3-2. The make or break pitch. This one swung on and missed. Finally, the first out of the inning is recorded as Decker strikes out Troutwine. And now we have Doug Moore, senior third baseman, number 24, who bats 6th in the lineup. Base is still loaded, but now they have 1 out. So a DP will get them out of the inning without further damage. This one's thrown low for a ball. Decker. Concentrating right now. Trying to do the job against Morris. It's down low, ball 2, and he's behind in the count. And that's one thing a pitcher must not do, get behind in the count. Because then it just makes him struggle that much harder. And they throw on to third base, and runners back in time. National Trail versus Arcanam Regional Championship. This one's thrown in there for a strike. Blazing pitch there by Decker. Decker fires, and this one's hit up the middle, base hit, and we'll have to see how many runs score. At least 2, as the center fielder had trouble handling the ball. And now 2 runs are in, making it a 3-0 ball game, and we still only have 1 out. And up now is Dane French, senior shortstop, and he wears number 14 on the back of his jersey. Bats 7th in the lineup. So that's a single and 2 RBIs for Doug Morris, senior third baseman. Runners now at the corners, first and third. Decker fires over. Runners back. And I believe that was the first hit given up by Decker. And it was. And this one's fouled out of play. Right past the building behind home plate. 1 out. Still in the first inning. Decker struggling. Decker fires over to first. Runner back in plenty of time. Decker fires inside for a ball. Acme Regional Championship. First inning action. It's outside, and the runner looks like he'll be nailed, and he is. He's out by a country mile. Nice gunning there by Pennington, the catcher for National Trail. And Morris was out stealing. Now, it's a lot easier on Decker now because there's 2 outs. Runner on third. He can just concentrate now on the batter, French. Fires up high, inside, for ball. Three and one's a count. This one's down low, ball 4. Runners at the corner again. 2 outs, and that brings up the number 8 batter, Rick Henniger, senior, designated hitter, number 25, who bats 8th in the lineup. Eighth batter up in this inning. It's only the first inning. This one swung on and missed. Pitch looked like it dropped off a little bit. Very effective. Henniger against Decker. This one's down low. Bounces in front. Nice pickup there by Pennington, the catcher. Count now is 1-1. This one's down low, ball 2. A little bit of a breeze blowing out here today. Makes it almost bearable. This one swung on and missed. Henniger taking a hefty cut at that particular pitch. He's not going to be cheated on his swings, at least. 2 strikes now. Decker fires down low. Pennington picks it up. And now they throw on to the pitcher, and it looked like the runner on third would have been able to make it easily, but he was unaware of what was happening, and that perhaps cost a run. And it almost ended up in a rundown because he's about a quarter of the way there toward home when he finally did go. But he was able to get back in time. Now back to the action. This one up high for a ball, and now the bases are loaded. And we have the number 9 batter up, and that's Mark Wetzel, senior second baseman, number 21. And now another conference at the mound, and Decker gives up the ball, and now doing the pitching, we'll have to see. We'll have to check the number. Looks like number 15, and that would be Todd Pittman. And he'll be doing the pitching duties with the bases loaded, 2 outs in the first inning of action. We're back to the action. Instead of Pittman pitching, we have number 3, Havlin. And Havlin is only a freshman. We'll have to see how he does. This particular shot is foul. What a rude awakening to a pitcher when he sees his first pitch. Gets almost jacked out of the park. Luckily it was foul, or it would have been really trouble. So now a strike on Wetzel. This one's hit the other way, and it's foul also. So he's hit one to left field, hit one to right field. Both of them have been foul. So Havlin now has 2 strikes on Wetzel. So Havlin has thrown 2 pitches, and both of them have been hit well but foul. This one's hit, and it is a base hit. It doesn't go into the gap, but we'll have to see how many runs come in. 2 more runs come in. Now, according to our tally, it's 5-0. 2 outs, runners on second and third, and they batted around. Up now is Jim Murray. Jim Murray, junior left fielder. Number 10. Last time that he was up was, of course, in this inning as he led things off. Pitch is outside for a ball, and he hit a shot to the first baseman. First baseman was unable to handle it. Next pitch inside. Two down. This one swung on and missed. Murray took a gallant cut there. This one's down low for a ball. Count now, I believe, is 3-1. It's in there for a strike. They throw on to second, and the runner's back in time. So now we have a 3-2 count. This one's inside. Now bases loaded. Up now is Mark Garbig, junior center fielder, number 13. Last time that He was up, he got on by an error. Base is loaded. They throw on. And they get him out at second. So now the third out finally recorded. Wetzel got gunned down at second base. So finally National Trail's throwing to all the bases pays off, and they get the third out of the inning, but not before. The Arcanam Trojans were able to get 5 runs on 2 hits. Ready now for the bottom of the first inning. And that brings up Jeff Bowser, sophomore, center fielder, number 10. He's facing Sean Hine. And his teammates call Sean Whitey because of his hair color, I believe. His pitch is in there for a strike. Sean Hine. Firing well. It seems like he's in a groove. And looked like he might have called out a ball. It was very close to a strike. This one's hit to Troutwine, and Troutwine takes it easily. He is a good fielding first baseman. Now 1 out, and that brings up Todd Pittman, senior shortstop, number 15. That's second. For National Trail, their sponsor is North Construction out of Eaton. Now, Pittman steps in, facing high. And it's outside for a ball. One in news account. This one high and in tight. Ball 2. This one's outside. Ball 3. Two umpires on hand for the championship. It's inside. Ball 4. So Pittman gets on the base pass, being walked on 4 straight pitches. Now we have Kevin Haviland, freshman left fielder, which he originally started out as, but now he's a pitcher for National Trail. This one's inside and low for a ball. 1 on, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning. This one's in there, I believe, for a strike. And it is. So now Hine throws over to first. Pittman back in plenty of time. Hine fires up high for a ball. Bottom of the first inning. 5-0 in favor of the Arcanam squad. This one's inside. They throw on to first, and Pittman back in plenty of time. Looks like both teams today are trying to keep the runners honest. This one's ball 4. Now runners on first and second. 1 out. And now that brings up Todd Snyder, senior second baseman, number 9, who bats cleanup. So he's in a good situation. 2 runners on the base path. 1 out. Hine fires up a little bit high for a ball. Perfect pitch there by Sean Hine. 1-1's a count. Hine looking around. Fires a pitch. It looked from this angle to be a strike, but it was called a ball. Count now is 2-1. Hine fires and it's hit out into the outfield. Collision. The player falls down and throws on to third. Runners now at third. 2 outs. And now that'll bring up the number 5 batter, Doug Decker, Jr. And I believe they moved him out to center. Runners at the corner. First and third. 2 outs. Now we have Hine getting ready to face Decker, I believe. Hine keeping the runners at bay. Nice pitch in there by Hine. And it looks like the pitchers have to throw a perfect pitch in order for it to be called a strike, because the umpire's not giving much of anything. He's making the pitchers pitch his way. This one high and outside for a ball. Two no's the count. 5-0 is the count. Uh-oh, they threw it past first baseman. Troutwine. Wild pitch by Hine. Now we had a run come in, and we have a runner on third. So now it's a 5-1 contest. Decker now awaiting. Hine firing. This one's hit to the third baseman. Third baseman bobbles it and throws, and it's not in time, so we'll have to call that one an error on the third baseman, and now it's a 5-2 contest, and we're still not out of the first inning. So you can tell they're in any type of ball game that walks and errors can kill any team, and that's happening right now to both of these squads. It's 5-2. Now we have Jeff Pennington, senior catcher, number 20. Runner at first for National Trail. This one's outside for ball number 1. Hine fires up a little bit high for ball. It's 2-0. This one's in there for a strike. 2-1's a count. Runner on first. 2 outs. Bottom of the first. This one swung on and missed. Count now is 2-2. Acme Regional Championship. on Jackson Cable, Channel 5. This one's fouled back to the screen. This game being played on July 19th. It's up high for a ball, and now the count is 3-2, full count. Hine, fine, down low, and now runners on first and second. Now we have Travis Call, senior third baseman, number 8, who bats 7th in the lineup. So Hine has faced 7 batters in this first inning. Pitch is in there for a strike. Got over the plate and then it dropped down. Hine just concentrating, and it's fouled back. Now we have 2 strikes on the batter. Call. So finally, we have the pitcher in a good situation, ahead in the count, 0-2. This one's past the catcher, but it didn't go very far, and we'll have to see if they get him. They do not. So the runner from second steals third. Runners at the corner now once again. Hine now has to just rear back and fire and try to get the third out of this long first inning. This one's hit out into the field, and it's caught by number 14, French. Dane French catches it for the third out. And in the inning, National Trail was able to get 2 runs on the benefit of no hits. And after 1 complete inning, it's 5-2 in favor of Arcanam. Ready now for the top of the second inning, and that brings up Mark Garbig, junior center fielder, number 13. Pitch is in there by Havlin, freshman. It's down low, it bounces for a ball. Havlin took over for Decker in the first inning. This one's hit. It's popped up, and shortstop calls it. And we have 1 out. They had some teamwork on that one as they called it out. And now we have Sean Hine, junior pitcher, number 23, who bats third in the lineup. This one's in there for a strike. Nice pitch there by Havlin, freshman to be. This one swung on and missed. 2 strikes now on Sean Hine. Pitcher facing pitcher. This one's hit in the hole. The shortstop fires down low. We'll see if they pick it up, and it's a nice pickup at first base, and now 2 outs in the second inning. So now we're ready for the third batter of the inning. There's a nice pickup there by Suggs. Tyler McGlinch, junior catcher, and he fouls the first pitch back. Last time that he was up in the first inning, he had a fielder's choice, which garnered him an RBI. This one's a shot, and we'll have to see how far it goes, and it's going a long, long way, but it's caught. Nice catch there by Mark Bain, right fielder for the National Trail team. And that was a quick second inning indeed for the Arcanam Trojans. They, of course, had no runs on no hits. Bottom of the second inning approaching us now. Hine on the mound for the Arcanam Trojans. And he'll be facing Scott Suggs. Pitch is up high for a ball. Scott Suggs, junior first baseman, number 17, who bats 8th in the order. Second inning action. This one's outside and high for a ball. 2 balls on Suggs. Hine fires up high, and now it's 3-0. Hine looked disgusted as the ball went by him. They throw it back to him. Now the action should start up momentarily. Usually on a 3-0, they say let it go. And he lets it go, and it's ball 4 anyway. So now runner on first, nobody out. That's where the second inning begins for the National Trail. Now they have Mark Bain, junior right fielder, number 12, who bats 9th in the lineup. Bain awaits the pitch. It's inside for a ball, inside and low. Runner on first. 5-2 is the score. This one looked a little bit outside, and that was called a ball also. So Hine getting behind in his count against the batters. That's when you run into serious problems. This one's in there for a strike. That was a no-doubt pitch, meaning that would be no doubt it would be called a strike. This one swung on and missed. Another terrific pitch by Hine. Now it's a 2-2 count. Runner on first. As the sun beats down on everybody out here in the ball diamond at Arcanam. This one's inside and then down low. 3-2's the count. All the players trying to get each other up. This one might drop in there, but it does not. It's caught by the second baseman, Wetzel. And now we have the top of the lineup with Jeff Bowser, sophomore center fielder, number 10. Last time that he was up in the first inning, he grounded out to first. 1 on, 1 out. Hine throws up high for a ball. Sean Hine, right-handed hurler. Hine fires up high and outside. Hine looks in for the sign. Fires, and it looked good, but it was called a ball. 3-0 is the count. Let it go pitch. It's coming up. And it's called a ball. So now runners on first and second, 1 out. And Hine looks very distraught at the calls And now they have a conference at the mound with no less than 6-7 people out there, and we'll be back after the conference.
Boy, that guy is terrible.
We're back now for the action. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning. Hine looks around and fires, and it's in there for a strike. This one was right over the plate. Umpire yelled out this time, Steve Reich. Hine looking in. And this one's called a Steve Reich. 2 strikes now on the batter, Todd Pittman, senior shortstop, number 15. Last time that he was up, he walked. So now Hine ahead in the count. 0-2. Hine squared around, looked like he's going to throw it to second, but decided not to. Hine fires, and it's a shot to left, and now the bases are jammed packed, and only 1 out. First hit of the ball game for National Trail. Now they have Kevin Havlin, freshman pitcher, up, number 3. Last time that he was up, he walked also. Coach Wilt of the Arcanam squad is yelling out instructions to his team to try to get the double play with 1 out. Infielders playing in. This one's outside, and he gets past the catcher, but they throw it back to Hine. Nobody advances. 5-2, Arcanam in the lead. This one's down low, but the lead looks to be in jeopardy. 2 balls on the batter, Havlin. This one's up high, outside. Now it's a 3-0 count. The fans are starting to get into it. It's up high, and it's ball 4, and Hine walks a run in, so Havlin gets a RBI. Now we have Todd Snyder, senior second baseman, up. And now we have another big meeting at the mound. And we'll be back after the meeting. Score now is 5-3, and we have a new pitcher for the Arcanam Trojans, and it's Dane French. Dane French fires in there for a strike. And we have Hine moving over to shortstop. So we'll mark that down in our scorebook as the game goes along. It's outside. Count now is 1-1, and the batter is Todd Snyder. Snyder pops it up, and let's see if it stays in play, and it does, and it's caught by the catcher. And that's an easy second out. Now up is Doug Decker, Jr., number 16. Dane French watching and waiting now as Decker wields his bat around. This one down low and outside for a ball. 5-3 is the score. Bottom of the second inning. This one inside and low. Bases, of course, are still loaded. 2 outs. French fires in there for a strike. Nice pitch. Looked like it hit the inside corner of the plate. This one's hit and might be caught, and it is by the left fielder. And now, after the end of 2 complete innings, the score is 5-3 for National Trail. In that inning, they had 1 run on 1 hit, so it's 5-3 after 2 complete. Out in the field, see if he's in 40, 16.
Mm-hmm.
See if there's
All right, here we are. Ted Landis Sr. here at Arcanam. Top of the 3rd inning, 5-3. Arcanam leading. Haviland fires in there to trout line, ball 1. Top of the 3rd. Big John Troutwine swings from the left side and doesn't get it. Arcanam has the lead, 5-3. Those first 2 innings took 55 minutes to complete. Swing, miss. Haviland is only a freshman, but he really has a wicked curve. Troutwine tried to straighten it out, got nothing but air. Swing, miss, out. A K. Mark up a K for a freshman, and I mean a freshman this fall in Kevin Haviland, who came in to pitch and has done quite well. Number 3 on the back of his jersey. Now pitching to Doug Morris. Morris right now swings and fouls it off. Morris got a single and 2 RBIs in that big first inning for Arcanam when they got all 5 of their runs. Then Haviland came on to pitch to relieve Decker. Strike. A beautiful curve comes drifting in. Haviland just throws curves. Morris took it. Morris hit it. It's out to center field. However, it's going to be caught, and is. Nice catch out there in center field. It's about 90 degrees out here, and we're in bright sunlight here at Arcanam Field. We're behind the center field fence, high atop our van, all of us perspiring. Dane French, number 14, who walked the first time for the Trojans, is up again here in the 3rd inning. Curve ball this time stirs the dust, and it's low. Ball 1. This may be the first of 2. Swing, miss. Because if Arcanam wins this first one, then there will be another one. If Arcanam loses and National Trail wins, it's all over. Pitch high, inside. Haviland's wasting no time trying to get that ball across to French, but having no luck. Ball low again, and French looks like he's going to have his 2nd straight free pass to first. Strike. Haviland just gets the ball and rears back. I mean, there's no time. And on to first with ball 4 goes Dane French. Believe me, as you watch this game, you will notice that there is a lot of argument over the calls there at home plate on both sides of the ledger. Here we go, though, with 2 out. Rick Henniger is up. Henniger, I believe, also walked the first time up. Throw over to first. Unsuccessful. Haviland trying to hold the Trojans. Top of the 3rd. Inside. Now Haviland seems to be running into control problems. Both teams' pitchers starting have already been out. Try over at first again. When I say out of the pitching mound, they do continue to play. but they've traded positions. Haviland throws and almost gets him this time. Just misses Rick Henninger. Henninger, senior designated hitter, number 25. May not get a chance to hit either. There, he swings, and he gets nothing. And the National Trail partisans suddenly erupt. They've been very, very quiet after that 5-run eruption by the Trojans in the first inning. Swing. The ball dribbled down the third base line, just goes foul. If it had stayed fair, I have no doubt that would have been a base hit. But Henninger now faces his moment of truth. And this is the top of the third inning. There is a breeze blowing here at Arcanam, so it's not insufferable. But I would imagine now that at 10 minutes after 3 in the afternoon that it's about 92, 93 degrees. And here we are, Jackson Cable, Channel 5, bringing you this regional finals. Swing, miss, a K, and what a job young freshman Haviland has done, as he issued 1 walk, but he had 2 Ks and got the other out, so actually no runs on no hits after the top of the third. Arcanam still leading 5-3. Last half of the third inning, National Trail Blazers behind. National Trail behind. 5-3, up at bat, Jeff Pennington. Pennington is batting left-handed against the offerings here of Dane French. Swing, hits it deep to left, and it is caught. Misjudged and then caught. I'm telling you, Pennington put the wood to that ball, hit it out into left field. Momentarily, it was misjudged by number 10, Jim Murray, who has moved over into left field there, and he finally caught the ball. If he hadn't caught that, that would have been at least a double.
They say it sliced on him out there, and that's what happened. It got a little bit into the wind current, made it difficult.
The wind is blowing from center field over into left. Strike 1 on the next batter, Travis Call, so it's quite possible. At any rate, it was a good catch, and he's out. But National Trail is laying the wood to the ball. 5-3, precarious lead for the Trojans. Swing, foul ball, out of play by Travis Call, a senior third sacker, wearing number 8 on his jersey. We can still hear the left fielder for the Trojans explaining why that ball sliced the way it did on him. But he caught it. That's what counts. Now, French winds, throws that curveball, and the Trojan thought it was strike 3. I believe the batter thought it was strike 3, but the umpire said no, and Travis Call is leading a charmed life up at that plate. First he pops one up that should have had drifted somehow foul, and here he is again. And he swings and hits it foul down the left field line. Believe me, this ball must be perfect to be called a strike. The strike zone in this regional final is really close. Swing, foul, and hits an aluminum building on the right-hand side. So Travis Call has popped one behind the catcher's position into the net, and then he hit the left, then he hit the right, and here he is still up at bat. And now down low comes French. Travis Call having a long, long time up at bat. Time called. We wait. Balls are flying around, but no action as they retrieve them. Call still waits. Swings at Shillelagh. Finally, ball is hit foul down the third base line. And Travis is making Dane French do a lot of pitching. 1 out, last of the third. Score 5-3 in favor of Arcanam. This is going to be a long one, and if Arcanam wins, there'll be another one. Swing, foul, out the right side and over where the girls are playing, and it goes right over to some young lady who catches it on the bounce. Congratulations to you. Wish we knew you. We'd give you a Jackson Cable hat, perhaps. French pitches again, down low, and finally, Travis Call earned that walk. You have to say it. He earned it the hard way. He just kept fouling them off until finally, in disgust, French put one low, and Travis Call is on base. Potential tying runs up at bat in the person of Scott Suggs, a junior first sacker, and he walked the first time that he was up. So the game is a slow one. Ball one. The game will be a long one. You can count on that. A lob over to first base just to let the base runner know that he's being watched by French. French pitches, and it's called a strike. You have to watch very, very closely. And as I said, we're out here in center field behind the fence at Arcanam with our glasses trained on it. That's high, ball. Scott Suggs. 7 walks so far have been given up by Arcanam. But the big thing is the score. And Arcanam leads 5-3. Pitch is inside. Dane French is definitely tiring. And he's just been in there for a little bit. This heat is going to sap the strength of any pitcher. Suggs, who walked the first time, waits and takes, and it's ball 4. And after 1 out, 2 straight walks. Mark Bain, a junior right fielder, number 12, who hit a little pop behind second that was caught by Wetzel, or would have dropped for a hit. Wetzel made a good play. Mark Bain is up with runners on first and second and 1 out. And French now must really get that ball in. French fires outside. Mark Bain bats from the left side. We saw him make a good catch on McLynch's drive into deep right. Now has a chance to be a real hero. And it's ball 2. Dane French proceeding to get himself deeper and deeper into trouble. Now he must groove one, and he knows it. And he does just that, and Bain took it. 2-1. You can bet that Mark Bain won't take that pitch if another fastball comes in like that. Here we go. And it's outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now, Mark Bain is in the driver's seat. Runners on first and second. French fires, and it's inside. Mark Bain walks, and French has walked the bases loaded. And that means that we now move up to Jeff Bowser, who grounded out to first, unassisted the first time, and then walked. Now we have a conference at the mound, and we'll wait and see. Here we are. Garbig is now in to pitch for the Trojans. Bases loaded, Jeff Bowser up with 1 out, and here we go. First pitch is a strike. Garbig, a left-hander, just drilled it right in there. Bowser's got the ducks on the pond, proverbial but true. Here's a pitch. Bunt. Foul ball. It was a good idea, but it did not work as Bowser laid it down, but the ball went foul. Now, that makes the count 0-2. 0-2. score 5-3, remember, in favor of Arcanam. National Trail now has a chance to really do some damage. But if Garbig, coming on in relief, can get Bowser out, he just could work his way out of the inning. Needs a strikeout. 0-2. Garbig, left-handed, fires, and there is a bunt, and it's missed somehow, inexplicably missed by Garbig. He came in, he had time to throw to home to get the force at home. Call it an error on Garbig. Nobody's out. No RBI on that one, just a plain error as the ball was bunted hard right straight back to the pitcher. All Garbig had to do was grab it and throw for a force. But he tried to hurry, perhaps had visions of a double play, and instead got nothing. And now the score is 5-4. And who's up? Todd Pittman, who has a walk and a single so far. National Trail battling. Down 5-0 before they ever got the bat. Now it's 5-4. Bases loaded. Garbig, left-handed, facing a left-hander, and throws outside. Pittman, walk and single. Could really do some damage here. Takes a strike. There's a throw clear down to second. I'm telling you, the Trojans are willing to gamble. When you've got the bases loaded and the catcher fires to second trying to get the runner coming back, that's taking chances. Pittman 1-1. 1 run in, 5-4. And it's called a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Todd Pittman laid off that pitch, and Garbig is very, very disturbed by that call. He thought he had strike 2. Now Pittman waits, and it's ball 3 outside. One more pitch that is errant, and this game will be tied up. 3-1. Todd Pittman has his choice of what to do, and he swings, and he hits it to the pitcher, and we have an out at first, and that was a mistake as they threw home and then tried to throw to first to complete the double play. They threw to first, and then the first baseman threw back home. But by that time, the runner for National Trail slid in under the tag and is safe. So we have ourselves a tie score of 5-5. The ball was hit to the pitcher, then the home out there, then the throw to first, safe there, and the runner for National Trails kept right on going and scores. No RBI there. So now we have Kevin Haviland, who has 2 walks up there. Now it's Haviland fouling it. Now it's Haviland's game to win or lose. The score is 5-5. National Trail has come back from a 5-0 deficit, and a balk is called. That means there's going to be runners on second and third, and this long half inning continues. Mark Garbig trying to get out of this, and Haviland determined to hit. Haviland fouls it off into the other diamonds. The score is still tied. Here's a pitch. It's hit out into right field, but it's caught. Beautiful catch there. And finally, Haviland is retired, and so are the National Trail team. So is the National Trail team. And they manage to score 2 runs on no hits. That's right, 2 runs on no hits. So after 3 full long innings, the score is 5-5.
The other guy goes number 2. He gets shortstop.
Now we have Todd Pittman coming in to pitch for National Trail. And he will be coming in to pitch to Mark Wetzel, who had a single and 2 RBIs his first time up. Todd Pittman wears number 15 on the back of his jersey. And it's his game. Strike one. It is his game to win or lose right now. Haviland did his job. Now Todd Pittman comes in to face the Trojans here in the top of the 4th inning. Foul in a game that's had everything except extra base hits. There just haven't been any. As a matter of fact, we have Arcanam with 2 hits. We have National Trail with 1. I may be wrong there. We'll check that out. But there hasn't been much hitting at all. Wetzel takes low. Pittman rocks, kicks, fires, strike, out. And Wetzel, who had a single and 2 RBIs the first time, is a whiff victim here in the top of the 4th. Todd Pittman doing the job. Jim Murray, junior left fielder. He's 0 for 2 so far. Was on base the first inning when his line drive was misplayed by the first baseman. The umpire cleans off the plate. We get a beautiful shot of his posterior. Now he's ready to go, and so are we. Jim Murray. 0 for 2. Oh, 0 for 1, excuse me. He walked that second time, then made it out later. And it's ball 1. Pittman, regular pitcher, throws low, ball 2. So Murray has not actually been retired, as he was on with a walk and on with an error. Good heat that time, strike call. Pittman can fire it. Another fire, another strike call. And Murray now has to hit the ball or take a 3rd strike, and he won't do that. Curve ball inside. Count is full. Well, maybe Murray will continue that charm life. A leadoff man's supposed to get on base, and he's done that. And there's a foul ball off the curve. Good curve by Todd Pittman. Five to 5, top of the 4th. This is a game that Arcanam has to win. National Trail would like to win just to get it over with. If Arcanam wins, they have to come right back and beat them again. When I say them, I mean National Trail. North Construction sponsors the National Trail Blazers. This is Acme Baseball, Jackson Cable, Channel 5. And it's Saturday afternoon. About 93, 94 degrees now. A line shot almost got the coach of Arcanam, but not quite. Very agile, very good movement. If that had been the umpire, I'm not too sure that wouldn't have gotten him. He's got a few extra pounds. Pittman having a lot of difficulty with Murray. Fires. Oh, what a curve. Swung on and missed. Murray took a vicious cut, but got nothing. 2 strikeouts in a row for Todd Pittman. Mark Garbig, who got on via an error by the second baseman, then made an out the second time up. He's 0 for 2, and he now comes in to take his chances with Todd Pittman. And it is obvious that Pittman came to pitch. And that ball is fouled up and hits the batter, Garbig. Garbig is hurt. We are praying for him right now. Believe me, that ball hit the ground, bounced right up, it hit Garbig, and good sport that he is, Todd Pittman's one of the first ones that's in there to see how Mark Garbig is. We'll be back in just a moment as soon as we ascertain his injuries.
Yes, that's what it looked like. Look at that.
All right, we're going to continue, and so is Mark Garbig. As the ball did bounce up, looked like it hit him in the nose. He's going to try to bat anyway, and here's the pitch, and it's inside. Todd Pittman was not pleased whatsoever. He glares in there at the umpire, but every other pitcher that's been in there, and this makes, I think, the sixth pitcher total, 3 on each side, hasn't been pleased. Oh, and there comes another pitch that looked absolutely perfect, and it was called a ball. Believe me, we are not taking sides. The umpire is the boss, but these look perfect. And the pitch is high, count is full on Mark Garbig, who is a game player indeed to stay in there. Rock, pitch, swing, and it was 3-1. So now it's 3-2. Now the count is full. As Garbig, although having a ball bounce up and hit him, continues to bat. Swing, foul, out of play. The grass has been mowed here at Arcanam. It's a beautiful, beautiful day if you like heat. If you like cold weather, you're in the wrong place. Acme baseball. And really good action. Line drive over the shortstop's head. It's into left field. Chalk up a base hit for Mark Garbig, and he earned that base hit. Sean Hine should be the next batter, number 23. Sean Hine has now moved out into center field. His arm is hurting. Wasn't able to pitch anymore. Throw over to first by Pittman. All of these half innings seem to be long today. Perhaps it is just the heat, but they are long. Pitch out. No good. As Pittman tries to put out an incipient budding rally by the Trojanites. Throw over to first. No good. Garbig is back. Again and again back. The duel, the cat and mouse duel continues. And the sun, meanwhile, continues to make us all perspire. Pitch high, but swung on and missed by Hine. And Hine must have had visions of that left field fence, because that ball was around his eyes and he tried to plow it and instead got nothing but air. Pittman now thought he had him at first base, but the umpire at second said nope. Made the signal. Safe. Continue. Sean Hine's bat. Another throw. Mark Garbig certainly has had a lot of action at first base as he leads off and the throw comes over, trying to hold him. Finally a pitch, a swing, and a miss. Pure heat. Todd Pittman, who already has 2 strikeouts this inning and then gives up a base hit, now has 2 strikes on Sean Hine, who has a walk and 2 trips. High. Pittman's curved ball. Not good. sometime today, the winner will win the regionals. There's a ball, throw to second. Runner tries to steal, does so successfully, and Garbig looks like he's hurt again, as it looks like the ball hit him. Believe me, Mark Garbig has had a very interesting time in this half inning. He bounced a ball into the dirt while he was at bat, did that himself, bounced up and hit him in the nose. This time he steals second, and it looked as if the ball got him in the ribs. And they're coming out to look Mark Garbig over. He's given a pat by his coach on the back in the lower extremity there. Garbig says, I can go on, so we'll go on with this half inning, which has been a long one. Still Sean Hine is at bat, and still Todd Pittman stands on the mound. This time a single could unknot the tie. A ball is fouled way over into the other diamond, right field. Foul. And the bat continues. Pittman of National Trail versus Hine of Arcanam. And it's finally a ball and a walk. So, very peculiar half inning. Started out with a strikeout, then another strikeout, then a single, and then a walk. And runners on first and second for Arcanam. And here comes Tyler McLinch, who had a fielder's choice RBI and then drove one very hard and very deep into right field, where Mark Bain took the ball in near the fence. McLinch now facing Pittman with 2 on, 2 out, and the score tied 5-5. National Trail versus Arcanam. National Trail, if they win, clinch it. And the pitch is a ball. McLinch, a left-handed swinger, usually likes to go after the first or second pitch. In a deep crouch right now. Ball 1. Swing, miss. And the throw from the catcher down to first was very, very close. And believe me, almost got Sean Hine leaning the wrong way. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 out. And it's only the top of the 4th. Pitch high. Ball 2. McLinch, junior catcher, wearing number 22 on his jersey. Oh, how he'd like to park one and give the Trojans the lead. Throw back over to first. Not good as usual. Pittman still has to face McLinch. The pitch. And it's high. 3-1. And Todd Pittman is having his troubles now with control. McLinch in the driver's seat. And it's ball 4. Trojan fans were saying go, go, but it's ball 4, so it doesn't matter. Both runners move up, and on to first goes Tyler McLinch. And after 2 strikeouts, Todd Pittman now has given up a single and 2 walks in succession. Now the bases are loaded. John Troutwine is now going to be the next batter. And Troutwine is due, as he has had 2 straight Ks. Troutwine was the hero the other night in that 5-4 win. over Preble Shawnee. The umpire again is dusting off the plate. Still the top of the fourth. Pittman pitching now to John Troutwine. Left-handed batter, waves the stick, and there it is, strike. As Pittman this time just reared back and fired a fastball right down the pipe. Troutwine did not swing. Pittman again, curve outside. Now it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The bases are loaded. There isn't any place to put Troutwine. Strike, swinging that time, and Troutwine took a swing and got absolutely nothing. The big, rangy junior first baseman, John Troutwine. Now in the hole. Has to protect that. Swing, miss, strike, out. And a very peculiar half inning is concluded with no damage done by the Trojans, as they had no runs on 1 hit. And incidentally, 3 strikeouts by Todd Pittman. Going into the last of the fourth, the score remains tied 5-5.